applications, you need to use ETH. For example, if you want to swap from Ethereum to a stablecoin, if you want to get a stablecoin, you might have to swap from something to a stablecoin. What's the most liquid way to do that? Well, it's Ethereum. If you've got 10 mil, you want to buy USDC or a shitcoin in crypto, generally it only trades on the ETH pair. So you got to buy ETH and then swap across. Okay, so it is assumed that this utility gives Ethereum value because people have to hold it to interact in the ecosystem, and this fee that people pay in Ethereum to transact is burnt, which actually makes Ethereum deflationary, assuming there's enough coins burnt, right? Enough Ethereum burnt to offset any inflation. Another example of a type of token is a rev share token. So you hold this token called OXO, and it has a platform where you can do buying and selling of cryptocurrencies, and it's all private. And so 100% of those trading fees from that platform get given to the holders. And there's a 5% tax if you buy or sell the coin, and that's returned to the holders as well. And there's no pre-mine, there's no VCs, there's 100% of tokens released. So it's a really interesting example of tokenomics, right? This is a very pure, cool tokenomics which pays off, assuming there's demand in terms of people buying and selling and people using the platform, okay? And a third example is Ohm. So it's a decentralized money market fund. It's a very confusing project. I don't want to go into a ton of depth, but there's a bit of a summary here. They wanted to create a reliable reserve currency, benefited from additional funds joining the pool. So they called it a 3-3. It's a meme. It's called 3-3, which basically explains the most rational option of every person who held this coin, which was to stake Ohm into the protocol's auto compounding protocol. Now, we won't get into the depth of it, but basically the tokenomics here didn't work. For these two, it's worked so far, okay? But for this one, it didn't work. Eventually, a lot of people did sell Ohm after investors using an Ohm liquidity pool on a third-party platform were liquidated. That caused the price to fall dramatically, scaring other investors away from the token. So they tried a different tokenomics thing here. It didn't work. You can see the token, it fucking went to shit, okay? Now, the way I would explain tokenomics is you need to view tokenomics as not necessarily good or bad, but just better for a certain stakeholder. So if you're a stakeholder as in let's say a founder of the project, there's a certain tokenomics design which would benefit you most and be good for you, but bad for others. And so you need to ask yourself what type of stakeholder you are, and then you need to identify what tokenomics are good for you, which give you the advantage, because different projects give advantages to different stakeholders. If there's a VC coin where venture capitalists get to buy it at cents on the dollar and they get a really short unlock, the project's tokenomics benefits them because they have an unfair advantage getting to buy in really early and getting to dump on retail. If the project's a fair launch where anyone is able to get in, on the liquid market or mine the project or whatever, that's a fair launch. That is rewarding the community, the holders, because it's allowing everyone to get in at a low price. It's not like the VCs get to cheat or anything. So what's the perfect tokenomics for a holder? Well, if you're holding a token, the lower the inflation, the better. If you're holding a token and there's no VCs, well, that's good, because generally the coins that only have retail in them tend to perform better, because retail don't have investors breathing down their neck saying, hey, have you made me money so far? Oh, please. Oh, it's up 5x. Take profits. Oh, I want my profits. There's like VCs breathing down your neck. Please sell. Get rid of that shit coin. I need my, how's the profits going, Johnny? Like, a VC represents people who are investing. The people who are investing don't give a fuck about what they're investing in. They just want money, right? When you put money in a VC, you don't give a fuck what they put money into. You just want to make money. So you go to them, hey, did we make money yet? Oh, yeah, we did a 5x. Oh, shit, should we take profits? Yeah, we'll take profits. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Whereas retail is like, bro, this is my 100x or moon coin. This is the only thing I want to own. You know, XRP Maxi for life. Like, I need to get rich from this. I'm going to hold it until 100x, or I'm just never going to sell it, right? That sort of guy is way better for long-term price performance, because a retail guy tends to hold for way longer, whereas a VC tends to hold for a lot shorter. You know, retail tends to aim for a higher return. VCs tend to aim for a lower return. They tend to try to exit when they can. Retail tend to try to find a reason not to exit. Okay. Now, another thing that would be perfect for a holder is that there's buybacks or burns of the native token. That's good for long-term price performance. Another thing is like token sinks. So staking, locking up tokens, anything that encourages people to, you know, lock up their coins. And airdrop supply for being an early user. So if you're if you're participating as a retail investor and you got an airdrop, that's great. You got rewarded for using the platform, or maybe for staking, right? If you hold Celestia, you stake Celestia, you get all these airdrops from ecosystem projects in the Celestia ecosystem. So as a holder, it benefits you because you get free money just for holding, right? Now, the perfect tokenomics for a VC would be a little bit different. They obviously basically just want to buy at the lowest price in their VC round, seed A, whatever it is, and they want a short to no cliff, so they just want to get out as soon as possible. They want the price to pump before they exit. They want a lot of people who couldn't buy during the pre-sale, who have to buy on the open market at much higher prices. And yeah, they want the tokenomics just to sustain until they can exit. Now, what's the perfect tokenomics for the team? Well, they want to get a bunch of money from VCs really early on because they get rich really quick. They don't want to give away free tokens to users, because if they do that, then they have less money for themselves. Sometimes they do it because airdrop farming, you can farm the farmers. You know, if you have people airdrop farming your platform, they're paying fees. The fees go to your protocol. That makes the protocol more valuable. Maybe the token price is higher when it launches. Maybe you get to sell your allocation at a much higher price. You know, if you don't do the airdrop, maybe the thing's not worth as much because there's not as much users, fees. So, you know, airdrop farmers can make the team more money. But, you know, they're giving away free money. Another thing is a large team allocation. So the team obviously want as much of the tokens as possible, and they want to get rich before anyone else. Now, the problem is everyone wants to get rich first. Everyone's selfish at heart because the game is zero-sum, but someone must lose. So if you're doing fundamental research on a coin using tokenomics to determine if if you should buy or not, you should do this. This is some key aspects to the solution around tokenomics. So as a retail investor, the key to making sure you get rich, not just the VCs and team, is number one, invest in tokens before the team and VCs get unlocked and dump. So if you're buying a coin that's been out for a year and VCs are about to start getting unlocked, more likely than not, that coin is about to go into a period of underperformance, or it's about to go down. If you buy a new coin where the VCs are locked up for 6 months or more, then you've got a 6-month runway of just the amount of coins available being flat. And that's generally speaking where majority of the price performance occurs, because that's where it's the easiest for price to go up. There's no one selling. At least there's no one like a VC selling. Now, number two, invest in projects where the incentives are aligned in the holder's favor. So if you want to just be a basic retail holder, hold the coins which benefit you, right? Hold the coins that don't have crazy VC lockups. And we're going to talk about a couple examples of those later. But yeah, you need to pick coins which are made for the holder, right? How close is your entry price, right, to your... How close is your entry price to everyone else's? Do you get in at the same price as the VCs, or is it different, Another thing is carefully buy at the right times. so that even if long term the token is fucked, you can capture short term gains. So look, every token, even if it has good or bad tokenomics, can lose you money, right? Everything goes up and down. So the answer is not buy a good tokenomics coin, it's buy things at the right price. Even the coins with terrible tokenomics, you buy them at the right price, you're going to make money. So you do it right, you'll make money on anything. And as well, understand the game being played by all stakeholders and whether there is an equal or unfair playing field. If you buy a VC coin, they're likely playing with a massive advantage, a low FTV entry. So if you're playing the VC game, you just need to understand what the VC game is, right? You have to understand it's a ticking time bomb. Eventually the VCs are going to get unlocked, they're going to dump, and that's just what happens. And last but not least, pretty much every new coin has good tokenomics, right? Even the VC coins are good because the VCs are locked up for like 6 to 12 months. So you buy any coin when it comes out, it has good tokenomics. It's more so after that first 1 to 2 years where the project is really tested. And there's only a few coins that have hit new highs against Bitcoin and Ethereum over multiple market cycles. And it's those coins which obviously have the most long-term sustainable tokenomics. But, most projects can't pull that off. So that's why you can't hold altcoins for the long term in crypto, because 99% of them actually go up less than Bitcoin. They can't outperform Bitcoin. They can't outperform Ethereum. So it's like, why hold them for the long term? They're just coins that you hold for brief periods of outperformance. At least at this stage. Maybe it changes in a year after this video is filmed. Now, I think there was something I missed back over here. Oh no, I got it. So that's the solutions, okay? That's the 5 sort of heuristics, I think is the word that I would use. Now let's go over some obvious red flags of a project. So the first red flag is unlimited supply. If you can make an unlimited amount of a certain coin, it's scary because that means that there's an unlimited amount of inflation that can occur. So for obvious reasons, if there's a capped supply, it's generally more sustainable. Another thing is an unfair distribution. So we've gone over this. If the team gets too many coins, if the VCs do, if bad VCs invest. So for example, there's a number of influencers and VCs in crypto who, when you see them on the list of advisors, as in investors, it's a red flag. Okay, there's been a few really small coins launch, like shitcoins launch, where they got a bunch of crypto Twitter advisors on the team, and they end up dying because what happens is the crypto Twitter advisor gets cheap coins for promoting the coin and being an advisor, and he doesn't care about the project. So when he gets his tokens, he dumps them instantly, and that basically kills off the project because all the insiders dumped, and there's no new buyers to come in because the price looks terrible, the chart looks like shit. So if you let bad VCs invest, they're just going to sell straight away. Another thing is supply shocks. So a red flag for a project would be in 1 month, 50% extra supply comes onto the market. That'd be a red flag. We're going to talk about those ones later. And another red flag is misleading statements about the tokenomics. So I got an example here actually. So Aptos was being misleading. They posted they stated, all investors and current call contributors are subject to a 4-year lockup schedule with no APT available for the first 12 months. And they basically said some hedging statements like, these tokens are anticipated to be distributed over a 10-year period, and basically it creates ambiguity, shielding the project from making a firm commitment not to sell. And I'm trying to remember what exactly happened here, but yeah, so one thing they did was they lied about the staking data. So they said that 82% of the coins were staked. In reality, it was only 15 to 18%. So lying about that makes the tokenomics misleading. Making ambiguous statements makes it not clear as an investor what's going to happen to the distribution of these tokens. And that's a red flag, okay? Now, let me make sure I covered everything here. Okay, so let's talk about the VC tokenomics. So when you